Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Ask Kate with me, Kate, your host, brought to you by the Children's Tumor Foundation. Today, I'm going to just talk briefly about a topic that's pretty dear to my heart and has been since I started working with the NF population. This was, almost 15 years ago now. I first worked as a clinic coordinator in an NF clinic and then transitioned later into this role where I work with patients and families all over the world who are living and thriving and struggling and just dealing with life with NF. So today I want to talk to you a little bit about bullying, and really what I want to talk about is I want to ask you guys who watch these videos to really get involved this time. If you haven't ever commented before or sent me an email, I hope that this week you will. I want to talk about the idea of what it means to live with a condition that might make you look different or might make things that are easy for some people harder for you, and how that makes you feel and what your experiences have been like. Recently, I was speaking with a coworker of mine at Children's Tumor Foundation, and she does a really cool program where she goes into schools and she tries to help kids understand what it is like to live with NF in little ways, what it would be like if one of your legs was longer than the other because of tibial dysplasia, or what it would be like if you had a bunch of cafe au lait marks and people could notice them and see them, what it would look like if it was hard for you to see because you have an optic glioma. There are different things, or even what it would be like if you were starting to lose your hearing because of the tumors that we see in NF2. And what Julie, my coworker, has found is that kids really respond really well when they are educated, when they start to understand, when they're given an opportunity to really walk in someone else's shoes and to see what it would be like or feel like to live with something like NF. The compassion that kids are capable of is amazing. And often what we see with bullying is that it comes from a place of confusion, fear, misunderstanding. And so one of the ways that we want to combat that at CTF, and we hope that you'll join us, is by advocating for our kiddos and our adults with NF by improving the amount of education, the awareness around NF so that more people know what it is, and so that that confusion and misunderstanding can really be addressed. One of the ways that I actually do this and force my husband to participate is by wearing my CTF gear. So you can see here today I have on my Children's Tumor Foundation t-shirt, and the back of these shirts are really fun because they say "and NF" in huge letters. This is actually the part of the shirt that usually gets the most attention. People will notice that and come up and ask me what it is and what's NF. My husband really likes to wear his shirt that says "I know a fighter." He says that every time he wears it to work, which is a lot, and he doesn't work in that big of a company, somebody new will ask him to explain what it is. And when he says it's about NF, what's NF? And because he's married to me, he's been taught how to answer that question. And so we really feel like this is a way that we can, just a small thing that we can do to improve awareness and increase kind of the education around what NF is and how it impacts kids and adults around the world. So I want to encourage you guys to really think through what are these small things that you can be doing, especially if you're watching these videos and you may not have NF, but you love someone who does. Maybe you know a fighter. Get involved by wearing the gear and talking to people about it, sharing about NF, just taking those opportunities to really improve awareness. What we find a lot of the times is that when we go in and we tell kids and adults what NF is, they're excited to respond with compassion and kindness. As soon as they have that understanding, they ask great questions. And recently, we were talking with some of our heroes, some of our NF fighters. These are all younger kids, and they were sharing their experiences of being bullying. And it's really hard to read, and it's really heartbreaking, and you just want to protect them. One story really stood out to me, though, which was about a young boy who felt that he was experiencing some bullying perhaps early on, but right away his parents went into the school and did a little presentation for his classmates and explained what NF was. And from that moment on, he felt incredibly supported in his classroom community. If he had to miss school because of a surgery, if there was some new challenge brought up for him by the NF, he felt his classmates really rallying around him and supporting him and just hoping for the best for him. And so that he really felt that shift away from experiencing bullying and really getting to experience community support from the kids around him. So I want to encourage you guys to think about how education and advocating and increasing awareness about NF could really battle back against that bullying. And what I would love is if you could share with this whole YouTube community that we've created your experiences. How have you experienced bullying? Maybe even how you've seen using education and information to combat that bullying and really help people to have a better understanding. I would love to see the comment section fill up with those stories. Also, feel free to just email me directly if you're not comfortable commenting here. Depending on the response and what kind of stories I get, I'd love to do videos where I get to share some of those stories with your permission, of course. I think that would be really fantastic. And let's just have a little celebration if you'll notice that our subscription for the Ask Kate videos is over 1,000 subscribers now. So thank you everybody who's getting involved and watching every week. I'm really excited to be making these videos for you, and I hope that you'll keep participating and keep watching. Thanks so much and have a wonderful week, everyone.